Have you ever stood by someone's bedside wanting to say something comforting, but the words just wouldn't come out right? Maybe you said something you thought was kind, but later realized it might have hurt more than it helped? It's one of the hardest moments in life, talking to someone who's dying. We want to help, to comfort, to say the right thing. But sometimes, even the most well-intentioned words can sting. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, there were two sisters, Martha and Elaine. They were inseparable growing up. But when Martha was diagnosed with terminal lung disease at 72, everything changed. Elaine visited her every day, bringing food, laughter, and prayers. Yet one day, as they sat together in silence, Martha said softly, "Elaine, you don't have to keep pretending I'm not dying." Elaine froze. "What do you mean?" Martha smiled sadly. "You keep saying I'll get better, but we both know the truth. I don't need hope right now. I need peace." Elaine meant well, but her words, her constant, "You'll be fine, you'll beat this," made Martha feel unseen. And that's when it hit me. Sometimes love isn't about saying the right thing, it's about not saying the wrong one. So today, we're going to talk about the 7 hurtful phrases you should avoid when talking to someone who is dying. And here's a small challenge for you. As you listen, pick one phrase you might have used in the past without realizing and write its number in the comments below. Let's learn together how to bring comfort, not pain. Number 1, you'll get better soon. We say it out of love, out of hope, out of habit. But to someone who knows their time is limited, those words can feel like denial. It's as if we're refusing to face the truth alongside them. When Martha heard Elaine say, "You'll get better soon," she didn't feel encouraged. She felt alone, because deep down, she knew she wouldn't. Experts in end-of-life care often say that honesty is the greatest form of compassion. Instead of saying, "You'll get better soon," try this. "I wish I could take your pain away. I'm here with you." Simple, real, human. If you've ever used this phrase and didn't realize how it could hurt, write 1 in the comments. Awareness is the first step to kindness. Number 2, everything happens for a reason. It's something people often say to make sense of tragedy. But to someone facing death, it can sound cold or dismissive. When a person is dying, they're not searching for cosmic explanations. They're searching for meaning, for peace, for connection. Telling them everything happens for a reason might feel like telling them their suffering was necessary. And that's not what they need. A better approach is silence and presence. Sit beside them, hold their hand, listen to their story. Sometimes the greatest comfort isn't in giving answers, it's in sharing the moment. If you've ever said everything happens for a reason when you didn't know what else to say, type 2 below. It means you care enough to learn a better way. Number 3, at least you lived a long life. You might mean it as a blessing, but to someone dying, it can sound like you're minimizing their pain. Martha once heard a neighbor say, "At least you've had a good long life." She smiled politely, but later told Elaine, "Why does everyone keep talking like my life is already over?" Yes, gratitude matters, but timing matters more. When someone is facing the end, they want to feel alive now, not remembered as if they're already gone. Instead of saying, "At least you lived a long life," try this. "You've lived such a meaningful life, and you're still inspiring people." You're honoring their story without closing their chapter. If this one resonates with you, type 3 in the comments. Let's remember that gratitude should lift, not silence.
Number 4, I know how you feel. Even if you've lost someone before, you don't truly know what that person feels in their unique situation. Saying, "I know how you feel," can unintentionally shift the focus away from them to you. When people are dying, they don't need comparisons. They need validation. Elaine once said this to Martha, hoping to comfort her. But Martha just looked at her and said, "No, Elaine, you still have time. You don't know." It wasn't cruel, it was true. Instead of claiming to understand, say, "I can't imagine what this feels like, but I'm here with you." That sentence opens a door instead of closing it. If you've ever said, "I know how you feel," write 4 below. Not to feel guilty, but to grow. Number 5, don't talk like that. This one is tricky. When someone who's dying starts talking about death, what they want at their funeral, what they'll miss, you might feel uncomfortable. So you say, "Don't talk like that." But here's the thing. That conversation isn't about giving up. It's about preparing, about finding peace. When we tell them not to talk about death, we're really saying, "I can't handle this." But they can, and they need to. When Martha told Elaine about her funeral wishes, Elaine panicked. "Stop it, don't talk like that," she said. Martha smiled gently. "If not with you, then with who?" That's when Elaine realized talking about death doesn't bring it sooner. It just makes it less frightening. So next time, instead of shutting the topic down, listen, ask questions, let them share their truth. If you've ever been afraid to talk about death, write 5 in the comments. You're not alone, but you can learn to face it together. Number 6, you have to stay strong. This phrase sounds positive, but to someone dying, it can feel like a burden, like they're not allowed to cry, to fear, to let go. Martha once whispered to Elaine, "Why do people keep telling me to be strong? I'm tired. Can't I just be?" It broke Elaine's heart, but she understood. Dying isn't weakness. It's the most human thing we'll ever do. Telling someone to stay strong can make them hide their true feelings. Instead, you can say, "It's okay to feel whatever you feel. You don't have to be strong for me." That gives permission for honesty, for tears, for peace. If you believe strength also means being real, type 6 in the comments. Let's redefine what strength truly means. Number 7, silence. Yes, even silence can be hurtful when it comes from fear. Sometimes we don't call, we don't visit, we don't speak because we don't know what to say. But to the person who's dying, that silence feels like abandonment. Elaine once noticed that some of Martha's old friends stopped visiting. "They just disappeared," Martha said softly. "I guess they didn't know what to say." Silence can be louder than any wrong word. If you're afraid of saying the wrong thing, remember this: presence matters more than perfection. Sit beside them. Say, "I don't know what to say, but I love you." That's enough. The sound of care is stronger than the sound of fear. If you've ever avoided a difficult goodbye, write 7 in the comments. This is your chance to do better next time. Closing thoughts. What really matters? When someone we love is dying, we often focus on what to say. But what truly matters is how we say it. Our tone, our presence, our willingness to stay. Martha passed away one peaceful morning, the sun streaming through the curtains. Elaine held her hand and whispered, "I'm here." No promises, no advice,
just love. And in that quiet moment, Martha smiled, because what she needed wasn't someone to fix her fate, it was someone to walk beside her until the very end. That's the lesson. Words can heal or hurt. They can close hearts or open them. So let's remember these 7 phrases to avoid. You'll get better soon. Everything happens for a reason. At least you lived a long life. I know how you feel. Don't talk like that. You have to stay strong. Silence when it's driven by fear. And now it's your turn. Which of these 7 phrases surprised you the most? Which one do you want to remember the next time you visit someone in pain? Type the number in the comments below. Because your words have power. They can bring peace in someone's final moments or make them feel unseen. Let's choose wisely. Let's speak gently. Let's love bravely. And if you believe the world needs more compassion in how we talk about death, don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who might need to hear it. You never know whose heart it might touch. Because in the end, what people remember most isn't what we said, it's how we made them feel. And feeling loved, even at the edge of life, that's the greatest gift we can give.